Hello and welcome to Baduk One channel, and with this video I continue yesterday's series of path to from 10q to first dan, and I played Niranse and my opponent played with Kosumi, like micro approaching the corner, so I chose to block the corner, and now white is building some thickness towards the bottom side, so I will probably extend once more and we'll see. Aha, so he decided to block as well. Okay, then I will extend another one more time, and I think it is enough for white to extend because black is totally solid inside, and for white it is important to play some move on the bottom side now. Otherwise, black may invade and probably later even attack with free stones. And also, white already gave black pretty much territory. We can see that this is already fourth line. Aha. And now white realized this and he decided to limit my extension towards the right side. This move is good, nothing bad, it is not a mistake. But I'm playing this move, and now these free stones they became weaker because I took away one important liberty from them, and also I blocked them towards the center. And now my opponent played this, which is okay. And I will probably Tanuki now because I do not want to attack directly. And this is brilliant move. I'm very happy that my opponent played this. This move looks slow, but actually this is a vital point of this shape. So this is very smart move, and it is very good. I'm really happy that my opponent played this move. And now still there is a room to enter bottom side a bit later, and I think so far big moves are first to attack this white stone by playing here, and if it will jump, so he played Kosumi. Kosumi is kind of attacking move, and also it is getting out, but he could jump out because here I will block, and he is helping me now to get more influence facing my Hoshi stone 4/4. So here I will probably play this one more time. And now my opponent played another smart move. He wants to either connect here with this group or to play on the top of my free stones. So here definitely I won't allow him to connect easily. I will jump out because I have a plan to attack with free stones later. And this is also a good move because my opponent just made them stronger, so I cannot already attack them. They will leave, most probably. And however, he didn't play from these stones, meaning that I may try to block them somehow. Pam pam, pam pam, pam pam pam. So this is dangerous to do that, but probably I will simply jump here, so he cannot play that move now. Oh, and he is attacking my corner. Interesting. Then now I can probably block him already, but it is a bit difficult to choose a move. Let me try this one. This is very smart. So my opponent realized that he cannot go out, and he is seeking an eye space inside my territory, which is very smart as well. However, I'm not sure about techniques that he is using. For example, I can play this move. He will cut. Then I will Atari. And usually with this Atari, white doesn't want to start a co-fight. But he cannot also connect, so he's kind of forced to play Atari from here, otherwise he will be captured. Yes, so this is good. Um, and now I'm capturing first. Oh, but this is mistake because with next move I'm killing his stones here. So, but okay, I won't kill him now because I'm afraid he will resign. Then let me just play here. He will leave. Okay, then I will capture this stone. So he kind of took some territory here. In a review I will show why this is a mistake. But black now is super strong outside. This shape is super strong, and well, actually this move is not needed. White is already alive, and these stones are a bit small. And now, since black has a super big thickness, black can play Sunrise or play something on the left. Left side is also big because white already has this Shimari, and influence from this Shimari is going to the left side. Same as influence from my top stone. When I will play this move, and my opponent played here. So okay, most probably he wants to cut out my corner and kill it. And I will connect in this fashion, and yes, now I'm totally connected, and I have one more move. So I will play here. I expanded my Moyo. Now it became very big. And this invasion is natural move. This is very good because black already has extension on this side and on this side as well from this stone. And I do not want to build a wall that will face another wall. So I will play here, and then I will choose this Joseki. And I'm kind of I kind of permitted white to live inside in center. This move is not needed for life. This move only makes black stronger outside. Oh, this is unexpected. So actually, instead of this Hane, white could invade directly. And now, of course, I will capture this one stone because it is center. And now I will simply play this, and we can see that it is obvious that white two stones, they do not have a space to make two eyes. So, and they are facing my super strong group here. So I will make this group a little bit heavier and then continue blocking. And now we can see that white cannot really build two eyes and cannot break through to center. And so this was too deep, and also it was a big mistake to exchange something first to allow black to get more stones in the area that you are going to invade later. And now I believe I do not need to answer here anymore because this white group is already dead. Then I will play something here. It is also a big point to attack. Then I can extend, and white can attack my two stones. Aha. But here I can play just empty triangle. Actually, this move was not even needed because white would Atari, then I will connect and he will extend, and after his extension I could push. He would connect and I would connect as well. And here, pam pam, I can play something like this. This kind of moves, they are destroying eye shape. Okay, this is not important because we can always make a false eye. Okay. So this was a very big mistake by white to start building a group here, and I do not regret of punishing this mistake because this mistake is different from mistake here. Okay, what else I can play now? I can play something here, trying to survive inside the corner. Aha, I cannot survive, but I can make a ko. And I have some conflicts about these two stones. Wow! Now this is very big mistake by my opponent. I can simply extend, and now white whole group is totally dead. So I expect my opponent to resign now. It was really careless mistake to play Atari from here. Okay, so he resigned, and now one sec. And now let's make a review. So I played Neurons A, which means 2 star points. And then my opponent played this move. And usually if we want to approach directly, we play this kind of approach. But on the empty board, I think it is still okay for white to take an empty corner. And if he wants to do something with my 4-4 stone, it is one option is to invade directly, another option is to play approach from this side or from this side. And actually approach can be high approach, or it can be a bit far approach. But this kind of move, it is too close, and it is letting black to take points straight without any problems, and on the 4th line, which is a lot, which is big. And this is a reason I believe why my opponent, he realized that black is taken too many points. Like if he will continue pushing here, yes, this wall 1 to 3 is not bad, but actually white is pushing from behind, and black is already building points, solid cash, because white cannot survive under these stones if he will invade. And white, on contrary, doesn't build any points on the left side. He still needs to close his moyo, and after that defend it from opponent's invasion. So usually this kind of exchanges in the beginning of the game, try to avoid them, because they give too many points already to your opponent. It is a very big difference if this happens on a 3rd and 4th line. It is very big difference, because you can see that 4th line, every move gives black only 2 points. Okay, and but white thickness is more valuable than these points. But in our game, it was totally different scenario. With every move, black gets 3 points, which is much bigger. 3, 6, 9, etc. against 2, 4, 6, etc. So this move was okay, and then I played here naturally. And my opponent played this move, which is also okay, but I think first probably he should somehow defend his shape. Maybe even this move is okay. Or maybe to avoid some attack on his lonely stone, he can think about building a base on the right side. So but this move is not a mistake. However, normally black should pressure these 3 stones immediately. Kind of punishment, because white left them behind, and they're already a little bit weak, because black already took a liberty from them. And I mean top liberty, preventing white from running into center. Then I decided to play Tenuki, because empty corner is always good in the beginning. It is a lot of points as well. And okay, and finally white played this move, and I really like that he finally took care of his weak 3 stones. Now we are a little bit stronger. 1 second, please. Okay, and this is good. This is good that he protected. However, black may consider the option to attack everything directly, because simply black is too strong already here. White made black very strong already in the very beginning. So probably black can play even this, because even with the move that white played, it is a vital point, of course, but it doesn't guarantee two eyes to white. It may be some problem for white. White probably should jump, but then black has many options here. For example, black can jump out as well, and now white will have problems with lonely stone on the right side as well. And if he will play here, something like that, then black can continue doing something like this and split, and black will always have option to play something on the bottom side as well. But it is different game. So let's come back, and I decided not to stress him with a very aggressive attack, but I just showed him that he forgot about his lonely stone, and I'm asking him what is his plan. And now he played this move, but actually he could simply jump out. It is also okay. And if black plays something, then white can always think about some kind of shoulder hit. However, since black is already too strong nearby, black may consider this kind of attack, splitting again. So what I want to say, it is really bad to make your opponent such strong in the beginning. Okay, then now I got other free stones, and these free stones are helping me to build some points in this area. And now this was kind of smart move, because if I do not want white to cap, for example, I thought that he will play this move. This is kind of natural in this shape. But if black resists, then white can try to connect here. Of course, there will be still a cutting point, but white can connect in this way, and if black will Atari and for example extend, then white has always this Hane, which is not so bad. Kind of fighting game already, but white got out, and black still has to take care about the corner, because black is already blocked, plus black has one weak group outside as well, and kind of playable variation. But here, after my jump, my opponent, he decided to reinforce bottom group, which is fine as well. However, he left these 4 stones a bit with a little bit strange shape. Not bad shape, but a little bit strange. Because we want this 1 stone to be further, for example, in Keima. If we go back, if white wants to jump out, he can play here, and we can see that black cannot cut because of this Atari. Because this white stone here at Q12 actually helps. So this is okay to play 1 as Keima. And now I just I'm protecting my free stones of cap move on the head. And now he played this. This is very smart. He's kind of asking me, am I going to permit him to build ice space under my stones, or I'm blocking him? If I would block him, for example, in this fashion, he can always continue jumping out. So this is good. And with this move, I'm telling him that I do not want him to get out, and if he feels that he can live inside, he is allowed to try. So now he plays this, and then I block here, and now white has really big problem with eye space. I'm not sure about this technique to play this directly, but white could probably choose something here, but then still kind of problem for white. Or maybe he can leave. Maybe this move 11, if I will play here, he can play here. If I play here, he can play here. Yes, looks like an eye. So maybe it is possible to live here with this move 11. And what else I can do? If I will play this, he will just play here. Then, aha. But then I can cut out his stones, because if he will connect, I will play here, and R12 will become a false eye. Meaning that white should connect this way, and then black may cut. Anyway, for black capturing these stones and uniting all his groups in the center is huge. However, we just investigated that white may live. Okay, this technique is questionable because I can play here, and I think my opponent should have played this move instead. If he plays this move, now I cannot really cut, because if I will play here, he will cut. When I play here, it also doesn't work. He plays here, and black may play here. Then white will honey, but then black can cut out 4 stones by playing this move, because white is forced to capture. Then black may Atari, and after that simply play here. And now the stones are again cut, but this group is alive. However, in our game, my opponent, he played this descent, and this descent left this agi of co-fight. But the problem is that white doesn't have big enough co-threats here. So probably even if he will play here, and if black will connect, yes, maybe this will be good compensation for white to break through in this fashion. However, this doesn't guarantee that this group that broke out, it doesn't guarantee that it will have 2 eyes as well, because white has to come back, and we can see that white is forced to push from behind. So I'm not sure that white has any co-threats to play this core right now. And in the game, my opponent made an obvious mistake. Actually, black doesn't need to react somehow, because this is local co-threat, but this local co-threat doesn't help after capturing these stones. So but I was afraid that if I will capture his group, that he will resign, because I just played another game and it was only 2 minutes. My opponent played some very strange stuff, and he resigned very soon. So I just decided to keep this active, and I kind of played a different area, and my opponent, he captured, so now he's alive. And of course, if black wants to go out, white just should play this Atari, and black cannot do anything. We can see that, I mean, we can see that this is solid to even 3 eyes, not 2 but 3 eyes. So this group is totally alive. And also this move is not needed. This move is too slow. White is already alive in center, and white has to do something with big moyo of black. So for example, invade the top side and start reducing it somehow. Yes, I believe white should play something on the top, because since black already has such a huge group here in the center, not only huge group by itself, but also it is Panuki here, and it is super strong. So super strong group, it is kind of it is used as a group killer. For example, something will happen like in this game, and then I can easily direct the attack towards these rocks, and that group most probably will die. So it is not good to allow your opponent to get such cool Panuki in the center in the beginning of the game. It will be a big problem. At least if you are giving him a big Panuki, you must get a big compensation, maybe 30, like 25-30 points corner, but even then I'm not sure. But it also depends what line Panuki is it. because if it is second and third line Ponuki, it is one case. In some Josekis, like for example in this Joseki with double Hane, it is even first and second line Ponuki, not super strong. It is technically also Ponuki, but cannot compare with this Ponuki. This Ponuki radiates its influence towards the whole board, while this Ponuki is kind of small, and even it can be even attacked later. Okay, so do not confuse. Do not think that once you get Ponuki in any area of a board, you are totally perfect. No, it is not like this. Also, if we are comparing, there is another Joseki, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then here, and black may capture in Sente. So here we can see that this Ponuki is already, the head is on the fourth line, the body is on the third line, and we can say tail is on the second line. This is already a stronger Ponuki than one that I just showed you in this Joseki. Let's compare them. You can see, yes, this Ponuki 9, 11, 3, 7 is much stronger than 18, 20, 22, and 24. And higher Ponuki, more influence it has towards the whole board. Okay, now let's go back to... Okay, so my opponent played this strange move. He doesn't need to play this move because he actually already has 2 eyes here if he will capture Blackstone. But Blackstone is dead. White doesn't even need to capture this stone. White is already alive. But he plays this move. I do not understand why. And he just gives me opportunity to even expand my Moyo. So we can say that all this sector of top and upper left and the middle and upper right, it is black Moyo. And white has a live group here and some territory potential on the bottom side. However, black has a territory potential in the center. So next move, white added one more move, and I believe that if I would Tanuki, he just wanted to cut. He just wanted to cut my my group, and then we can see that I can Atari, he will connect, and I'm not sure if I can survive in this corner. If I play here, well, if he will play something like this, then definitely black is okay, black is alive. But if he will play Hane and I will Atari, he will Atari, and I will extend, he will play here, and yes, this looks kind of dead. Aha, I can capture these 2 stones. Because if he will extend, then I will Atari here, he will capture, I will Atari again, he will play here, and then I will block. Then he will cut, and I will extend, and he will play here, I will connect, he will play here, and I will play here. And he cannot play this Atari, because I will simply capture. So, maybe, yes, maybe possible to leave here as well, but I didn't consider this. Because it is always easier to stay connected than to read some crazy variations of how to live with split groups. Okay, then what else about this game? Yes, I decided to extend. I do not think that white needs to protect this, because really Sente is too big now. White has to invade somehow and start reducing black's potential. And the problem is that he played Gote, and then he allowed me to play another move, and now my shape is super solid. And he invaded, which is totally natural, and I decided to block towards this side. And then white did okay with this move. Actually, I can answer here. and but white is already kind of alive. He can tanuki, I think. So let's see if he will tanuki, and I will play Hane. Then he can connect, and if I will play this move, when he can play this move. And now, if I try to kill, then I cannot really kill. Yes, I cannot really kill because this 13 is not a double center. It has only one side center. So, but actually, right now, white is totally alive already inside the corner, and he should focus on other area. However, it is really difficult for me to suggest how to reduce this kind of monster potential, because this is a solid wall, this is a solid wall, and following Go Theory, there are two types of dealing with Moyos. One type is we draw a theoretical line between edge stones in the edge, and if we play outside this line, then we are kind of reducing. But if we play inside this line, for example here, then we are kind of invading, and black should play probably from this side. But it really depends. I think even here, if black will just play something here, black is okay, because Moyu is just too big. So, but still actually possible for white to reduce a little bit. Maybe play something like this, or maybe invade another some. But the problem will be that black will build another wall. So maybe play something like this. I don't know how to say. And after that, this move is already not needed for white, because white is already alive, and white should, if he wants to invade, he should invade without that exchange. And my opponent's mistake was that he exchanged first, and after that he also didn't answer this Atari, which is very big, because it is Sente Ponuki, even though this is Ponuki on the first line, but this Ponuki makes my wall even stronger. Even more stronger. So now he played this move, and now I just capture in Sente, and then I play here to ensure that he won't build a nice space on the top side. And now he starts jumping, but as I said already before, he's jumping towards my rocks, towards my thickness. And this is another mistake. Do not jump. I mean, it is simple calculation. If you just imagine that your opponent will answer with us in the same fashion, and you see that you will end up on touching this wall, and nothing else. So do not continue playing like this. If you see that you are in there is some problem, try to play something here. Try to play something maybe here to make your opponent to capture that stone. Okay, even maybe something like this. Try to sacrifice it. Proverb says that the weak player is looking which stones to save, and the strong player is looking which stones to sacrifice. So always look something to sacrifice, because you always must give something to your opponent. Go is a game of exchanges. It is not a game of total domination, that one person should get everything. No, as we know, half point is enough for win. So it is just a question how to make exchanges slightly better for you. So it is normal to sacrifice stones and even groups, but always you should keep in mind what do you get in exchange for that sacrifices. In this particular case, white is building a light shape, or sabaki in Japanese, by sacrificing one stone, and this is good style. Yes, white can continue running out somehow. Black will of course take some points and benefits from the attack, but white already kind of built sabaki inside black's potential, which is a good result. And But here my opponent, he just with these two moves, I made my opponent heavy. Now we can see that these are just 5 stones without any eye space and eye shape. So it is easier for black to kill this kind of group, and it is easier to show your opponent that he's already dead. And here black already doesn't need to add any move because simply white is already dead. White doesn't have a space to build 2 eyes. So because of this I just can play Tanuki, means elsewhere, and now this move, even if I will play another Tanuki, my opponent can play this Atari, I will connect, then he probably wants to play this, but then I have this move, and if he will go out, then I will cut him. So, on the contrary, if he will connect, I will just block. And, probably, I mean, be careful with this kind of moves, because if you will play here, then white will get 1 eye already. But again, 1 eye is not enough to live. I do not think he is able to build something, some second eye inside. But it is important. Imagine that white already had one eye inside. So this kind of move, do not be afraid of it. Consider this kind of move that kind of counters. Now it is obvious that if white will go out and black will cut, white is already cut into 2 groups, and big group still doesn't have 2 eyes, and now white has a new problem. He has a running group. On the contrary, when you are playing as white in these kind of situations, you should cut everything possible. Absolutely everything. You cut this, then you should cut here, and then you should try to puzzle your opponent as much as possible, and to find something. Either it will be mistake from your opponent, or you both will figure out that it is nothing, that not as you pictured in your mind both, and there is some small way out. So always try to fight until the end. And now, yes, this is good that my opponent is trying to do something, but unfortunately he doesn't have a space. And now he cut, which is also good, but black is already too thick. There is no need for black to protect. So, and here this ko, okay. But this co-threat that I played, if white will capture, then I will simply go out, and white will end up dying here with both groups. Yes, so it is obvious that the correct answer for white is just to play this Atari, and now we can see that white is totally connected. I will capture back. When white has some other co-threat, for example, playing here. If black will ignore, then white can Atari here and kind of get out with his dead group. If black will play here, then white will capture, and black has one more co-threat here, because if white will now ignore, then black may capture here, and if white will Atari here, then black can capture again. So be, how to say this word, be, open your mind to spot different opportunities in the game. Pay attention to details. Pay attention to details. In Go it is really important. Okay, then what else happening here? This was of course a fatal mistake by white. With this move he's actually killing himself, because he's pushing black to disconnect him, and now black totally disconnected 2 white groups. So definitely white should play Atari from this side. And also please do not repeat this kind of mistakes. This is a huge difference to play Atari from here or to play Atari from here. Okay, so I believe that after this mistake my opponent resigned. Yes, I'm right. So thank you for attention, and see you in episode 3. Bye bye, have a good day.